Welcome back to This and That. Today we'll be focused on DaVinci and basically everything to do with slow motion. And a nice little tip as well that I found somewhere else. So this is my second attempt and I'm making sure that it's actually recording just now because I had an absolute amazing video, fully recorded. The only problem, I forgot to press the record button. So this is the second attempt. So here we go, fingers crossed. Right, this should be shorter, so it'll probably be to benefit you guys as well. What to do, I'm just going to click and drag on the actual media that we're going to be slowing down. If I play it through from the start, the first thing that we want to do is capture the actual slow motion points. Now you could use mark in and mark out, or you could actually use the blade and slice up your video. It's 6.5 a dozen. So the first thing that I'm looking for here is where I want to start that slow motion. And I'm going to reduce it down to 50% to start. And then just as the ball gets into that sort of finale, we're going to slow it down to basically 25%. So we could see here the ball's obviously in motion, and it landed on black 35. Perfect. Just what we want to see. Now I'll pause it there, and we're going to backtrack and head back over, and we're just going to capture our first motion. So I'm going to use the blade, and I've got my spacebar ready to stop. So let's see, we've went 3, 4, so that's 5 times around. So I'm just going to stop that, and I'll probably go for 3, maybe 2.5. So let's see. So I think keeping it the ball there at the top right, I think that'll be a nice starting point. So I'll do cut there, and this is again just to section off basically but our speeds. Now a top tip, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to throw in an image here. Now this image is joined onto the right hand side of the video. And there's a good reason for that because it's actually frustrating if you don't pick this up. So the first thing, I'll come back to this anyway about why I've put something there. So we've got our first cut, and now let's have a look. We're going to stop it just before the ball starts making the ching ching ching, and actually bounces about on the roulette wheel. So let's just play that and see where that stops. Right, just there, perfect. So we could see it's hitting in number 9, but I think I've stopped the timeline pretty bang on. So what I'm going to do is use a blade and we'll mark the timeline with that as well. So if I move that out of the way, you could see here this speed's 100% on the left. This one we're going to reduce down to 50%, and then we'll do another cut for 25 and back up to 100%. So this one, what we're going to do is use the mouse and just highlight that area of the video. There's 2 ways to apply slow motion. You could either press Ctrl and R, and you'll get the speed change coming right up, and across that away. The other way we could do it is right click and go to retime control. So it's already applied. So I'll just press Ctrl R again. Now this speed, what we want to do is actually reduce that down to 50%. But because we've sectioned off this video, if I just do what most people probably do initially, is change that to 50%. When I click on this, it's actually going to override the timeline and delete some of the fallen footage. So if I do that now, you can see it's not hiding it because it's on the same timeline, the V1. So to stop that, I'll just press Ctrl Z to undo. What we're going to do is actually use the editor tool. So up here we've got the trim edit mode. So if we click that, what we're basically saying is any amendments that we are making that are going to stretch that timeline or reduce it, we don't want that to interact with any other areas. So what that'll do now is that'll push everything to the right hand side. So if I go in here and change that speed to 50%, there we go, we've still got that full area. Excuse me. So now if we go back and we just play that through again, we can see it slowed it down, and it's also applicable to the audio as well, so you could hear the woman's voice change. And then we've sped that back up to 100% by default. Right, so now we want to obviously use another marker. So I'm going to use the start of this section here, and we're just going to look for the ending where we want to postpone the 25%. So if I just watch it back, we've landed it there, watch it again, a little jump, and I think that'll do. So now if I click on here, use my blade and cut that, and again, this is the area that we're focused on. So we'll select that, we could go right click and go to retime controls or control R. Now what we want to do is actually increase that duration but reduce the speed percentage. So we'll put that to 25, and again obviously if I click there, we've deleted the rest of the video, and again that's because I never actually selected this. So always make sure that you select this if you want it to not override. So we'll click that, and now we'll hit the percentage. Oh, there we go. So we'll change that speed down to 25%, and there we go. We've got that extra motion in play now. So if we play it one more time, and we could see it was a little bit jumpy because the transitions try to match the frame rate, but obviously we're changing that, and we'll notice it here as well. Perfect. And then the last bit, we'll speed it back up. So on that one, I'm just saying that did override again actually. So let's double check that. Right, going to put that to 25% again. Yeah, it keeps overriding. Let's backtrack here. Right, select. Going to select that, and now change that to 25%. There we go, perfect. Right, so now we're going to play it through. We're still at 25, it's going to jump back to 100, but you'll see it glitches a little bit. Now we want to make that a little bit smoother. So effectively what we could do is select all the areas of the video, and I've already got it open here, but if I reduce that, we're going to go to retime and scaling, and when you click that, everything by default is set to the project settings. What we are focusing on is the retime process. We want to change that to optical flow, and the reason for that just merges all the frame rates pretty seamlessly, and then it'll make the actual output video a lot smoother. So if I show you that now, and we'll just watch it one more time. So if you want full screen, you could just press Control and F, and we'll just see the ball there. So we're at 50% just now. As soon as the ball hits the bit, we're at 25% here. And it flows naturally now because we've added that optical flow. And there we go, that's that done. So there you have it. That's basically slow motion for DaVinci in a nutshell. Hope you've enjoyed that. What I'll do, I'll put a link to the actual output of the video, and you'll be able to see that in its full and beautiful glory. But yeah, please like, share and subscribe. It really does help, especially when you're starting off. It's the motivation that keeps me going. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe.